Hello and welcome to my channel. It's a Tailored Life. If you're new here, my name is Taylor, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for returning. So in today's video, we are going to be getting lots of cleaning done, and we are also going to be undecorating. I am taking down all of my fall and Halloween decor, just getting the house all cleaned up and basically a blank space. Anytime there's time between seasons, I like to just take down all of my seasonal decor, give the house a break, kind of have like a blank slate so that I can come up with some new ideas on what I want to do for the next season. So that is what we are doing today. So if you have your to-do list, let's go ahead and get started together. Or if you're just looking for some motivation to help you get started or just to get started with writing your to-do list, I'm here for that too. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I needed to clean the entire house, but what I wanted to do first was take off my sheets on my bed. It was time for me to go ahead and wash those, and I also needed to wash my comforters. So before I started doing anything, I wanted to go ahead and throw my comforter in the wash. Now, I wash my comforter about twice a month, sometimes once a month, kind of depending on when it's needed, and it was time for it to go ahead and get washed. Now, once I got that going in the wash, I decided to start working in our family room area. That is where a lot of our Halloween decor was, so I wanted to clean that space up first and just pack everything away, and it was just a lot of mess going on in that area. If you are not new to my channel, you know this area for my family is always pretty messy. We spend a lot of time here. We watch movies here, we eat dinner in this space, my kids play in this area, we do homework. We do have a formal living area that we don't spend a lot of time in. In the front of our house, we have a formal living and dining area in the front of the house. So we don't spend a lot of time there. Most of our time is spent here. So this area just gets messy really fast. So before I started packing anything away, I just wanted to clean up and get rid of all of the things in this area that did not belong here. And before we get too far into the video, if you are new here, I would like to give a real introduction of myself. My name is Taylor. I'm a wife and a stay-at-home mom. I have two boys. My older son Jackson is 7, and my younger son Lincoln, he is 2 years old. And I love making cleaning motivation videos. There's always mess going on in my house, so there's always something for me to clean, and I really do just love the sense of community here on YouTube. I know before I started making YouTube videos, I would watch other cleaning videos for motivation, and they would just always get me going. So it's also really motivating for me to also record these cleaning motivation videos because I kind of feel like I'm doing it with friends. Like, I know that if I keep going and I finish this task, I could put up a really good video and have some friends to clean along with me. So if you like those styles of videos, definitely please consider subscribing. I would love to have you. Now, I also like to make other videos every now and then, like decorate with me videos, and with the holidays coming up, I am definitely going to be doing lots of decorating around my house. I like to decorate for just about every season. I feel like I've only skipped like spring this year, and that's just because I was busy, and our house was so cluttered and crowded that during springtime when I was cleaning, I kind of just wanted to keep it a blank space. But definitely make sure you're subscribed because next week I am going to start decorating for Christmas. We will still be doing lots of cleaning, but I will be doing some decorating for Christmas because I'm just so excited. I did want to, I know some people are decorating on the 1st of November. I just wanted to take a few days. I do just like to have that blank space just for a little while because I do feel like it helps me come up with like new ideas on what I want to change and if I want to move things around. And like this year I have a new TV stand that I didn't have last Christmas, so I kind of have to figure out where I'm going to put our Christmas tree that goes in our family room this year. So I'm gonna just enjoy this blank space for a few days. I also have family coming into town for the holidays, So, and they're going to be staying with us. So I need to get some deep cleaning done before I pull out any decor. So this week I'm going to focus on like getting the house really clean, like decluttering, organizing things. And then next week I'm going to go ahead and start with decorating. So if you guys are interested in doing that with me, definitely make sure you're subscribed and you have your notifications turned on so that we can do this together.
Oh, special when I look back on us. It's starting to sink in. Don't want it to be misunderstood. Rolling in the deep. Don't want to break this. 'Cause you must trust me. I can never do you wrong. I take a bullet for you. If I lose you, I would not know what to do. So baby, won't you trust me?
So now that I'm all done in the family room area, I'm going to work on our dining room that's in this space. And I had 3 loads of towels that I needed to fold and put away, but I just took those into my room to do later in the evening. Folding laundry is like not really a chore to me. I don't mind doing it, especially when I'm watching TV. So I decided to just save those for later because it's something that I could do later that evening when my husband and I are watching TV. And also my 2-year-old goes to daycare part-time during the day. So he leaves home for a few hours during the day. And those few hours that he is gone, those are the hours that I have to get things done throughout the day, because once he's home, he's very busy and I spend a lot of my time and attention on him. And then my older son, when he gets out of school, he usually has lots of activities going on in the afternoons, and then it goes into dinner time really quickly. So just those few hours that I have at home without the 2 boys there, I try to get as much done as I possibly can, especially any tasks that they may be in the way of, like cleaning our family room area would be very difficult for me to do with them at home. So I just try to save any chores that I can do easily with them at home. I save that for later, but anything that I need to do when they are not here, I try to do it when they are not here, like cleaning their playpen area. So I love having this playpen area. This is where we keep majority of the toys. And I don't really make a big fuss about this being really neat and clean all the time. I don't mind that the boys kind of like dump out all of the toys because it is limited to just this area, and they usually just go in here and play. Now, me and my husband do try to encourage them to keep toys in this space so that the mess doesn't flow throughout the entire house, but some way, somehow, toys always end up coming out. So every once in a while, I will come in here and I will just clean up and organize things. I know it's going to be a mess as soon as they get home, but I also like to take this as an opportunity to kind of purge any toys that should not be in here. Make sure there's no trash or anything in here that doesn't belong. And I also get rid of toys that I notice they aren't playing with very much, that are just kind of hanging around. And I also get rid of like McDonald's toys or any little cheap toys that they may have gotten at a birthday party in like a goodie bag or something that they're not playing with, or anything that's broken. So about once a month, I like to just get in here, check out what's going on, and clean it up.
And drunk at night in LA picking fights. I think we have done it all. She knows me in and out, love of a different kind, but we still have no control. 'Cause when the daylight comes, we're just good friends, baby, good friends, hanging on. When the daylight comes, we're just good friends, but like lovers on the weekend. On the weekend. No, we don't like to We're not so good for words, that's why we don't get that far.
So I'm finally running out of my Mrs. Meyer's apple cider scent. It's getting low and I don't want to let it go. It is my absolute favorite scent. So it's time for me to go ahead and restock, but I'm going to swap to a Christmas scent. But as I was cleaning my boys' table, I ended up having to pull out my Method degreaser. Sometimes when food gets stuck on here, the Mrs. Meyer's doesn't always get it all up completely for me. So I will use the Method degreaser spray. And I love this spray so much, you guys. I feel like it cleans anything off of anything. It's really good. So it definitely got up all the like stuck on food that was still on there. And then I just went back over the floors again with the vacuum cleaner. Now, I knew I needed to mop the floors, but I also knew I had lots more cleaning to do. So what I did was I just cleaned these spaces and I vacuumed the floors so that I can come back and mop later. My husband also works from home, so he's usually in and out of the house a lot, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to mop this space, but I was like, I'll do my best to get the floors as clean as I can and try to keep them clean so that later I can come back and mop.
'Cause when the daylight comes, we're just good friends, baby, good friends.
So I have this huge garbage bag of clothes. I recently decluttered my boys' closets as I was pulling out their winter stuff out of storage. My older son has had like a growth spurt, so he can't fit a lot of his older stuff from last winter, which I was hoping he could, but he can't. It's okay. But I decided to bag everything up so that I can donate it. I'm going to take it to the local Goodwill here. I wish I knew of a space where I could donate it to children who may be needing some gently used clothes, so they don't even have to buy them from the thrift store. But that's for now, that's where we have to take our things until I can find somewhere else to take them. And we are all done in the family room and the dining room area. I just wanted to give you guys a shot of how it looked once it was all cleaned up. And now we are going back into my bedroom to get the sheets off of my bed, because at this point the comforter was done in the washer and I had put it in the dryer, but I needed to go ahead and put my sheets into the washer before I moved on to another area to work on.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth.
And now we are going to start working in the kitchen. Let me know in the comments if you guys clean up like that, if you are all over the house, or if you are a room by room, like you have to complete one room at a time before you move on kind of person. But right now I'm going to bag up all of my kids' candy from Halloween. So my kids mostly trick or treat for the sport of it. They eat candy, but they don't eat a lot of candy. Now, my 2-year-old will eat all of the candy in the world if I let him, so I do have to limit it. But my older son, he's not like a big candy person, so he may ask for 1 or 2 pieces a day. So I keep it around for a little while. Now, before, my husband used to be a teacher, and I used to send majority of the candy to work with him to give to his students and use as like treats and prizes and stuff. But he doesn't do that anymore. So I have all of this candy now and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's so much candy. And we went to about 3 different events. And it's not so much so that the kids collect the candy. It's just more for the putting on the costume and going trick-or-treating. They really enjoy it. So I'm going to have to find somewhere to give this candy to, because we just have way too much. There's no way my kids are going to finish this much candy before it like starts to go bad. And I'm also putting away all of the Halloween and fall decor that I had out in the kitchen. I really enjoyed having this decor up this year. Like, I felt like it made the kitchen look really cute, and everywhere, like all throughout the house, having the little pumpkins was like super cute. So I am kind of sad to see some of the pumpkins go. I was thinking about stretching it a little bit longer till Thanksgiving, but then I went into Target and I saw a bunch of Christmas decor and I was like, nope, I'm ready. Let's get out all of the Christmas stuff. So I am boxing all of this stuff up. Now, when I'm packing all of my fall decor into storage bins, it's not fitting, but that's okay, because our where I store all of our seasonal decor is an actual storage. We have a storage and it's a pretty decent size and it's indoor. It's really clean and it has air conditioning. So if it's not tightly sealed up when I put it in the storage, it's totally fine because nothing's going to happen to it. It's in a really safe space.
With nobody to hold on to. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, darling. Why am I the only one who's lifting the rain?
So as I was putting dishes away out of our dishwasher, I kind of was moving things around in the cabinets, just like rearranging some dishes. And then I started thinking to myself, like, it's time for a purge. I need to go through all of the cabinets and just like deep clean and organize things. But I've also kind of been putting it off because I like to wait until January to do like a really good, like deep, good spring clean in January. Like once I take down all of the Christmas decor, I like to just like clean every area of the house, pull everything out. But I'm kind of having that urge to do it now, especially with Christmas coming up and new gifts coming in. I'm always thinking like I need to clear out space for things. So let me know in the comments, do you guys like do a deep clean before Christmas knowing that you're going to be getting a lot of stuff, or do you wait until after Christmas and do like a really good spring deep cleaning?
Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. When I look in your eyes, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. Oh! Let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love.
Now I did spray Clorox cleaning spray on the counter, and I don't do this often because we have granite countertops and I have kind of caused some damage to them already. Just in the past, when we first purchased this house, I did not know how to clean like all the surfaces in the house, and it was kind of stripping the countertops. So I don't do this very often, only if I feel like there is some mess that I just want to get off. And there was some mess stuck on the counters. I'm not sure exactly what it was. I have a toddler, so I'm still in the very thick of random sticky stuff around the house and not knowing what it is. If you watch my last video, you know I found spilled bubbles that I didn't know about. So there was something sticky on the counter, so I just wanted to use Clorox to make sure that I got it all completely cleaned off. So I just did like a quick wipe down before sweeping the floors. And again, I am going to come back and I am going to mop this entire space later, but for right now I just want to get the floors like cleaned up. Any like dirt that I can clean up from sweeping or vacuuming, I'm going to do that now. and the kitchen is all clean. I love to see our kitchen clean like this. It actually makes me want to cook. There are some days where I clean the kitchen, I'm like, I don't want to cook for 2 days. I just want to enjoy a clean kitchen. And then there are other days where I clean the kitchen, I'm like, you know what? I should make a full-on feast. And now we are finally going to clean up in my room. I have been putting it off because I wanted to get my sheets and my comforter all clean and dry before I start cleaning in here. So now I'm going to finally go ahead and pick up and put everything away. I did have to take a break while I was cleaning this space to go pick up my boys because it was time to pick up my youngest from daycare. And my older son, depending on what activity he has in the afternoon, some days he gets picked up pretty early too to go to whatever sporting event he has going on or practice that he has going on in the afternoon. So both of them were home. My oldest was dressed to go, but my youngest, he was going to be staying home with me. My husband takes my oldest out on most days unless we all go together. Sometimes my husband will take my oldest son to practice, and while he's practicing, I will walk around with my younger son, Lincoln, or we'll play around at the park. This way he just gets some outside time too. He does go outside when he's at daycare, but like I said, he's only there for a few hours, so he has like circle time. They go outside for a little while, and then they have a little bit of time inside. So I try to make sure that he's getting space and time to like run around also.
Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. Love a little louder. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my
So I am using the Swiffer with like a Febreze scent to it to just wipe down all of the surfaces. If I don't use a wipe, like a disinfecting wipe or some type of spray and a cleaning rag, I will just dust things over with the Swiffer. I misplaced the stick that it goes on, so now I just use it with my hand because I have a huge box of them and no stick to put them on, but it's okay because I just do it with my hand. And I really needed to clean my mirror. I need to clean my mirror just about every day because I have a 2-year-old who loves this mirror. He is always in it, and literally right after I cleaned this, there were fingerprints on it. Like, it's so funny. And as you can see, he just brought me his shoes over, and that's because we were staying home while my husband took my older son out to practice, and he really wanted to go, so he brought me his shoes. He was asking if we were going outside. So on that day, we did not go outside. The weather was getting kind of funky, and I just would rather stay inside, but I did do some activities with him like while we stayed inside.
I can't help but feeling, I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here?
So while I'm making my bed, I know I look really distracted, and that is because I was watching YouTube while I was cleaning. And usually whenever I'm not in front of a TV, if I'm moving around the house cleaning, I will be listening to a podcast or an audiobook. Or I rarely do music. I say this all the time because sometimes music gets me distracted. I love listening to music while I clean, but I'll catch myself like dancing or just getting really distracted. So I like to do like podcasts or audiobooks. And whenever I'm in my room or if I'm cleaning the family room area or folding laundry, I love to watch like other YouTubers and their cleaning channels. I don't remember who I was watching while I was cleaning, but I was like very into whatever it is that I was watching.
This moment. I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here for you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
So now my room is all clean, and now that I have this space all cleaned up, every time I clean my room, right after my very next stop is usually my bathroom, because it is connected to my bedroom. So I just feel like they kind of go hand in hand. Whenever I clean one, I always have to clean the other. I feel like I just have to, or it's not really clean if they both aren't clean. So my bathroom is very small, so I do my best to keep it clean in here. I do leave a really big mess in here every morning, and that is because I do my best to just quickly get ready, and I leave a lot of my stuff out just to get out of the house. And when I come back home from doing school drop-off in the morning, I will go back and clean it up then. But on this day, I was like busy cleaning all of the other areas of the house. So I wanted to get this space like all cleaned up and give it a really good clean. I usually have to like clean my countertops off every day because I leave a lot of my like getting ready mess out. But I wanted to wipe everything down and just give the sinks a really good clean. I also try to wipe down our toilet every day. Now, I've gotten into the habit of cleaning the toilets every day because I have boys, and if you are a mom of boys, you know that the toilets and like the floors around the toilets, they need to be cleaned pretty often. I didn't need to clean my floors on this day, but I did want to vacuum because I had hair all over the floor. So I just wanted to get that hair all cleaned up also. Now, once I was done in my bathroom, it was time for me to go ahead and clean my boys' bathroom. Their bathroom was a mess just from getting ready that morning. It was, my older son right now is having an issue with toothpaste, and I keep trying to nip it in the bud. We are struggling where he will put toothpaste on his toothbrush and he'll start to brush his teeth, and then like he'll spit the toothpaste out. So recently, what I've just been having him do is to rinse the toothpaste out as soon as he does that. It's been working these past couple of days. Let's hope it stays like that. But my goal is to get him to actually like use the toothpaste while brushing his teeth, if that makes sense, what I'm describing. So I needed to get that cleaned up and just get things put away in the bathroom. There was also some mess left from me in the bathroom. I had done my nails and I think a pedicure for either myself or my husband on this day. I can't remember. Well, it was actually the day before. I can't remember if I did it for myself or my husband, but I had a bunch of nail stuff that I had left out on the counter because I store a lot of my stuff in this bathroom. So I just needed to get everything like all cleaned up in here. This bathroom was a mess and it just all needed to be cleaned up and disinfected.
Wait a second, I don't need you. Then why so settled? I miswithdrew. Still it feels just like I'm waiting for something better. Wait a second, I wanna stay up late with my heart in your head. Maybe stare too much cause you don't understand. You got me gone. You don't understand. You got me gone. But sometimes I might be a bit selfish when you're way too humble. Might be overzealous, getting you in trouble. Cause I'm a little bit unsteady, even a little bit mad. Might be a disaster, or just the best you've ever had. Or just the best you've ever had.
Now that I've got all the spaces of the house clean, I am going to go ahead and finally mop the floors. I am using my steam mop today. Now, when I'm doing this many areas of the house at one time, like the family room, the dining room, and the kitchen, with the steam mop, I usually like to change out the cover, like the mop head piece, just so it doesn't like spread any bacteria around. But because I had already cleaned up mostly everything and I'd vacuumed and swept the floors, I knew I could move pretty quickly around the house. So I put in my Bissell, it's the apple cider scent floor cleaning solution. Normally in my steam mop I would only use water, but I have been really liking this scent. When I first purchased it, I talked about it on my channel and I felt like I didn't smell very much of it. Like it didn't give off a scent at all, but I did add more than I did the first time. Like I've been going, so the first time I did it, I did like 2 parts water, 1 part the cleaning solution, but now I do about 2 parts cleaning solution, 1 part water, or like half and half. And it does have a very gentle soft smell. It's not super strong, but I definitely like it, and it does give those like cozy fall vibes because I do live in South Florida, so it feels like fall to us. I know to other people it wouldn't feel like fall because it's still pretty warm here, but it feels like fall to us because it's a lot cooler than it normally is. But I do like to just create that cozy fall feeling inside my house however I can. So using this to clean the floors definitely is giving the fall feels that I am always looking for, that we don't get from outside. But I will say it's 61 degrees. It was 61 degrees here this morning, so, and that is unusual for us. It is going to be in the 80s by the afternoon, but this morning it was 61 degrees, so it was really nice to like put on a sweater and be really cozy. But by the afternoon we'll probably all be back in shorts and t-shirts. And now we are all done. I really hope you all enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you tons of motivation. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not done so already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. And like I said, this week, definitely expect more cleaning. We are going to be doing some deep cleaning, getting things organized and put away so we can be all prepped and ready to decorate for the holidays. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.